Live broadcast beginning in just about a minute.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Getting your work week started right by stretching out your vagina holes with the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
The Shogun of Harlem.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the show. I'm your host, Alien Stone. Welcome once again to another edition of the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. It's just, my little way of kicking you in the butt first thing in the week. You just got to work. You're starting up your work week. You're all distraught and upset that the weekend is over. You've marched in. You're in your cubicle, or you're at your desk, or you're on the line. You've got the drill in your hand, or you're on the ladder, you're on the roof, you're doing whatever it is that you do. And you're just starting your week. And it's a bummer, you know what I'm saying? You were just partying, you were having a good time, or maybe you were just sleeping all weekend. Either way, you were resting and you were having a good time, you were doing what you want to do. And now, it's back to it. Back to the grind. It's time to go back to work. So I'm here to try to make that a little easier for you folks. Give you a little something to listen to help you forget about the first half of your first day of the week. I'll take you all the way up to lunchtime. I got you for 3 hours, folks. I got you for 3 hours. As long as you stick around. Thank you for letting me beam you aboard the mothership. I do appreciate that. A big shout out going to all of our listeners on alienxradio.com, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and of course on UG Media in the UK. Good afternoon to all of you folks. All you fine people. You've already, unfortunately, you've already been to work for a little while. You've had your lunch already and everything. And here I am now coming in, maybe I'm helping you forget about the second half of your work day. I take you up to quitting time. That's pretty cool, right? You're like, man, when is this day going to be over? Oh, wait a minute. The attack is on. Let's turn that on. And next thing you know, boom, it's time to punch out. It's time to go home. That's what I'm talking about, folks. Anyway, coming up on the show today. Man, this microphone is getting worse every day. It's just looser and looser. Kind of like Courtney Love. Anyway, we've got plenty of music for your vagina holes coming up from bands called Black Bone Nation, the Mayan Factor. Who else we got coming up today? We got Cancel the Transmission, Bottoms Up, For the Broken, Concrete Angels, Keychain, McLords, and Sauce Funky. Man, there's all kinds of great bands coming up today. Things that we're going to be talking about. Money Shot Makeovers. The Devil Made Me Do It. Snake Bite Doorbell. Planet of the Apes. Church versus State. Every once in a while, I do got to come in with something I got to complain about when it comes to the government and stuff. But I'm only going to do that for a little bit at the end of 2 of the hours, and that's it, I promise. What the Florida today? Is that an alligator in your pants? Here's milk in your eye. A break-in made. And the helium crisis. There's plenty more coming up today, as well as news updates from NPR, your weekly sports update from The Prospect. All of this is on the way, but let's go ahead and get this show started the way we always do.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
Let's take a look at this day in history.
13th, 1981.
Somebody said, it's the Pope. He's shot. We just looked. It was just unbelievable.
At the Vatican, Pope John Paul II is shot and seriously wounded by a Turkish gunman in St. Peter's Square. The pontiff recovers, and a few years later, he visits his would-be assassin, Mehmet Ali Agca, behind bars. 1607, a ship carrying English settlers arrives at the site of what becomes the Jamestown settlement in Virginia. 1940.
I have never promised anything but blood, tears, toil, and sweat.
In London, Winston Churchill gives his first speech as Britain's Prime Minister during some of his country's darkest days of World War II. 1846. The United States declares war on Mexico days after the two neighbors clash in their first major battle in Texas. The war ends with an American victory, forcing Mexico to give up territory from California to the Rio Grande. And 1950. Stevie Wonder, singer-songwriter, and one of Motown's most successful artists, is born in Saginaw, Michigan. Today in history, May 13th, Ross Simpson, The Associated Press.
All right, let's go ahead and get some music into your ear holes. Blackbone Nation and Backseat Lover on the attack.
It was a cold out of night, hanging out on the top. Hey, it's Gary Striner from Night of the Living Dead, and you're listening to
X Radio.
The world ended. Didn't you get the memo?
got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your Vajir holes. You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership for the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Can you feel it?
Welcome back, everybody, to the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I am your host, Alien Stone, moving and grooving right along. Damn it! That was one of my favorite songs that we play on the station right now. The Man Factor is the name of the artist. Warflower, the name of the tune. Man, I remember when I got the submission for that, I'm looking at the name of the band, like the Man Factor. Okay, you know, this doesn't sound like much to me. The names are irrelevant. Completely and totally irrelevant. Have you ever heard of 10,000 Maniacs? Boy, you expect to hear some death metal, don't you? Definitely not death metal. I'm just saying. Names are irrelevant. There was a huge band. It's hugely popular still today. They named themselves after a normal thing everybody has in their house. They were called The Doors. Ever heard of them? Names are irrelevant. Anyway, it is my duty and privilege to inform you that this portion of the show is being brought to you by Ashley's of Westland, located at 7525 Wayne Road in Westland, Michigan. Stop on in on Mondays for $5 burgers, Tuesdays for $3 pints and trivia, Wednesdays for $5 pizza, and Saturday nights for Sporkle Live. That's trivia games with our own DJ, Wild Bill. Don't forget about the 2019 Brewery Throwdown Championship Finals happening on May 22nd. 22nd? 22nd. How did I just made that word up, didn't I? Dragon Mead will be taking on Batch Brewing, and your vote will help determine the winner. Just remember that with good beer, everybody wins at Ashley's. That's Ashley's of Westland, Michigan's premier multi-tap. So, anyway, let's go ahead and get this little thing here underway. Of course, we got more music for the Vajir Holes on the way from 6E and Spiral Crush. They are on the way. As always, you can always give me a call, 313-444-8919. Again, it's 313-444-8919. Give the attack a call. I'll be happy to chit-chat with you about whatever. Maybe you could just request a song. I don't know. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. We like to take care of our listeners around here. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to this. This is going to appall many people. I'm just saying. And if you have tuned into the attack and expected to be in a obscenity-free zone or a, how can I say this? I'm just going to say, a wussied-out environment, you've sadly tuned into the wrong place. I'm just saying, I'm not wearing kitten gloves, okay? I'm not with velvet paws, okay? That's not happening. I say it like it is. I report what I want to report. I say what I want to say. And if you are offended by that, I don't know what to tell you. I apologize that you are offended. I do not apologize for saying what I said. I apologize that you are offended. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and get to this. This is going to offend people right off the bat. Boom. Look at this. Okay, the picture already. People are going, oh my God, Alien Stone, what is wrong with you? But let's go ahead and just get to this, okay? It's money shot makeovers is what I'm about to talk about. This is the latest thing that science has. You all know that to have good skin, there are many things that you need to have. Okay, there's a lot of chemicals that are natural in your body. There's moisturizers and such, things that you need to have good skin. And sometimes you are lacking in certain chemicals or whatever, so people turn to artificial chemicals, creams, and such. Facial creams to put on to give them a radiant look or nice skin, if you will, blemish-free, whatever, okay? I myself don't care. I just grow a beard, cover it up. But the latest thing is we know that proteins are one of those things that is needed in your skins for healthy skin. So it is now a trend that the man gravy, as some people call it, or dude juice, Or some people just may, actually use the scientific term and say semen from a gentleman is now being applied to and rubbed into the skin of the face. And this is supposed to rejuvenate the skin, tighten the skin, make it look younger, more radiant, clear up blemishes. But what does it do to your soul? I'm just saying. I don't know. Okay. Are there people that are buying this in tubes and not actually taking it out of its original packaging directly onto the area? You know what I'm saying? Or is it being milked in some way and packaged and sold someplace as a rejuvenating facial cream under the name Man Gravy? I don't know. I don't know. I don't judge. I do judge. I judge all the time, and you know I do. I'm very judgmental. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that if you are offended that I'm judgmental. I am not saying I'm sorry I'm judgmental. Anyway, that's my story about the money shot makeovers. I don't know, ladies. Give me a call, 313-444-8919. Again, 313-444-8919. And let me know what you think about the money shot makeovers. That is apparently, and I'm putting air quotes up right now, it's apparently a trend going on. Okay, maybe like 2 or 3 people did it, and it got reported 100 million times, and now everybody's saying, everybody's doing this. And even I said, everybody's saying. See? Exaggeration. Anyway, a little Electric Life by Spiral Crush in your Vajir holes right now on the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
weekly news update from NPR.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
I've always listened to it.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Corva Coleman. The U.S. has imposed costly tariffs on hundreds of billions of dollars worth of Chinese imports. But as NPR's Rob Schmitz reports from Shanghai, Beijing has not yet retaliated, despite promising to take countermeasures.
Shortly after the U.S. raised tariffs on $200 billion worth of Chinese imports, Beijing promised it would retaliate, but it's held its fire. China's delayed reaction is a departure from past rounds of tariffs when it would retaliate immediately with like-for-like measures. Analysts have surmised that Beijing is taking its time to weigh options amid uncertainty over how the Chinese economy would weather a full-on trade war.
NPR's Rob Schmitz reporting. Meanwhile, White House economic advisor Larry Kudlow acknowledges that U.S. consumers and businesses will have to shoulder the cost increases that come from the tariffs. However, in tweets this morning, President Trump is disputing this. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo has delayed his planned visit to Russia by 1 day. He'll first consult with U.S. allies before meeting Russian President Vladimir Putin. NPR's Lucian Kim has more from Moscow.
Secretary of State Pompeo abruptly changed his travel plans, canceling a stop in Moscow and flying to Brussels instead. He is still due to talks with President Putin in the Russian resort of Sochi tomorrow. Agenda items will be clashing positions on Venezuela, Syria, and Iran, as well as North Korea's nuclear program, which both Moscow and Washington oppose. The Russian Foreign Ministry says Pompeo may also discuss a possible meeting between Presidents Trump and Putin during a G20 summit in Japan next month. Lucian Kim, NPR News, Moscow.
A lawsuit against 20 of the country's largest generic drug manufacturers alleges they're part of a price-fixing conspiracy. A majority of state attorneys general in the U.S. claim the drug makers hiked prices on dozens of drugs by as much as 1,000%. From member station WSHU, Charles Lane reports.
The 500-page complaint details how sales executives would meet for cocktails and golf outings in order to exchange price lists and divvy up market share rather than competitively bidding against each other. The drugs included blood thinners, HIV medication, antidepressants, antibiotics, contraceptives. The AGs call it a multi-billion-dollar fraud on the American people. The lawsuit expands on one filed last year that resulted in 2 executives pleading guilty. Pharmaceutical companies are reviewing the complaint and deny wrongdoing. For NPR News, I'm Charles Lane.
Swedish prosecutors want to question WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange about sexual assault allegations and will reopen a case. Assange has denied the allegations and hid for 7 years in Ecuador's embassy in London to avoid the questioning. Assange was kicked out of the embassy last month and says he fears extradition to the U.S.
Ashley's of Westland, the best for food, friends, and entertainment. Stop in on Mondays for $5 burgers, Tuesdays for $3 pints and trivia, Wednesdays for $5 pizza, and don't forget to stop by on Saturday nights to visit our own DJ Wild Bill and Sporkle Live. Order delivery online with Grubhub and Uber Eats at Ashley's.com. Ashley's of Westland is located at 7525 Wayne Road in Westland, Michigan. Ashley's of Westland, Michigan's premier multi-tap.
Want to stop smoking the easy way? Try electronic cigarettes. Visit monkeywapes.com and take advantage of their huge sale on e-liquid, e-juice, even complete kits. At monkeywapes.com, you get quality products at a quality price. Become a member and save even more. Right now, pick up any starter kit and save 40%. What could you do with some extra cash? That's monkeywapes.com. Stop smoking and start vaping.
Oh, honey, what a wonderful surprise. A dozen roses and chocolates, a candlelit dinner, and now champagne and strawberries by the fire. You're so romantic.
What do you say we get a little closer?
Igor? That's right, Igor here with the final ingredient for love.
Igor's lube?
Nothing gets things moving and grooving like my lube, and it prevents chafing.
Thanks, Igor.
And don't forget, Igor's lube now comes in cherry, mint, and salmon flavor.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow. You Got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos, directly into your vagir holes. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
The house is now on fire.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to The Attack. I am your host, Alien Stone. We have been moving and grooving right along, and now we are into the second half of hour number 1. It's The Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Welcome, everybody. To review Money Shot Makeovers, man. I know, sometimes the stories are gross. You know, I find it very funny that, you know, I'll do a story about, you know, a water skiing squirrel. And, you know, the people that jump in and watch or listen at that moment are like bikers and heavy metal heads and stuff like that. And then as soon as I do a story about man gravy on someone's face as a treatment, I look over and there's like 3 soccer moms in there. I don't know. It's just, it's strange. It's strange timing, you know. So people, I apologize for your timing. Just kidding. You never know what you're gonna get when you tune into The Attack. That's why it's, you know, The Attack. You never see it coming. Oh, but you might if it's going in your face. Anyway, we are broadcasting live currently. You know, we'll see about tomorrow. Currently on alienxradio.com, UG Media in the UK, Facebook.com, and YouTube.com. Oh, jeez, oh, Pete. And, well, we have another sponsor, too, right? Oh, that's coming up in the next segment. Let me mention that in the next one. Right now, it's time for The Devil Made Me Do It. The Devil Made Me Do It? This guy, remember? It always starts with this guy. Where's The Devil Made Me Do It? It's on here someplace. The Devil Made Me Do It. The man blames demons after attacking his pregnant girlfriend. So, the devil made him do it. That's what he says. So, it wasn't that he's crazy. It wasn't that he lost his mind. It wasn't that it was a calculated maneuver. You know, he pre-thought it out and everything, and maybe he was trying to do something very, very horrible to the baby. Kind of, who knows? But instead, it was the devil. It was demons, right? Let's blame it on demons and the devil, because you can't prove that, right? Oh, he must be crazy. Oh, he must be crazy, right? But everybody else, but you can believe in demons and not be crazy. Okay, I'm just trying to gauge. It wasn't because he's just a lunatic. It wasn't because he's evil. I don't know, man. There's all kinds of things. Listen to all that nonsense. Who knows? He was just a bad guy, man. Straight up. Lock his ass up. Lock him up. Especially because he's blaming it on demons. Especially. Are you kidding me? Oh, my God. You go and attack your pregnant girlfriend. You attack her. And let me guess. If you got away with it, would you have given the credit to the demons? No. If you got away with it, you'd be like, hey, I got away with that. Yeah. Because you were just trying to attack your girlfriend. You got caught. You turned on your deflector array, air quotes, your deflector array, and said demons. Heartless You by Bottoms Up on The Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Although we make it to the end.
Hey kids, when you're not watching my show, the Segrevson Show presents, you should be listening to Alien X Radio. That's where I'm at right now, out in space somewhere. You can add a real good space effect to that, some kind of an echo.
For sure.
How was that? Good?
That was excellent.
That was fantastic.
Was that fantastic?
It was great.
Resistance is futile, but you can struggle if you like.
It's the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
You got something to say? Say it, bucko. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
All right, everybody, welcome back to The Attack. I am your host, Alien Stone. It is my duty and privilege to inform you that this portion of the show is being brought to you by Igor's Lube. Igor introduces the final ingredient for love. It's Igor's Lube. From squeaky hinges to dry, flaky elbows to naked games of twisters and doing it! Everything is smoother with Igor's Lube. Look for and like Igor's Lube on Facebook. Get some today and get some tomorrow at igorslube.com. That's www.igorslube.com. So, that brings us to this portion of the show. You can give me a call live on the air, 313-444-8919. Again, it's 313-444-8919. That's the portion of the show where I do a couple of little stories and then I rant for a little bit about something and you may disagree. And if you disagree, by all means, give me a call. I'm not looking to argue. I look for dialogue. How do I know if I'm wrong if I don't listen to somebody else? I may listen to you and say, nope, I'm still right at the end of that, but at least I listened because you may have something I missed. If I don't listen, I'll never pick that up. So that's why I want you to give me a call, 313-444-8919. If you're calling from the other side of the planet, say, I don't know, in Coventry, someplace like that, it's 1-313-444-8919. Again, that's 1-313-444-8919. Or you can use Skype. And if you use Skype, it's Alienstone1. It's Alienstone and the number 1, all one word. So, anyway, let's get to this. The first thing is the snakebite doorbell. If you have seen this online, it is, well, it's hilarious now. It certainly was not hilarious for this guy. All right, he was coming over to his friend's house. As we all have gone over our friends' houses, and you go up to the door, you open up the screen door, and you knock on the door. Or you ring the doorbell. One or the other. You don't just walk into your friend's house. Some of you do. I used to walk in some. Anyway, that's irrelevant. I'm on a tangent. Anyway, this guy comes up to his friend's house, opens up the screen door, and gets ready to knock on the door, and bam! Coming out of you can see it come out of the shot and bite him right in the eye, right like above the eye and in the eye kind of at the same time, was a snake. A friggin' snake. It was coiled up on the pole going up to the overhang over top of the door. He didn't see it because it's nighttime. He walks up, opens up the door, and it startles the snake, of course. And the snake does what the snake does, and that is it strikes. Bam! Bites him. Pow! The guy answers the door, and the guy's immediately saying, you got to take me to the hospital. You got to take me to the hospital. And he's like, what happened? What happened? He's like, it was the snake. Now the guy's standing there asking him what's going on. He's standing there next to a friggin' snake. Now he's in danger. You know what I mean? He at least manages to, step back and not get bit as well. But think about this. They must live in an area. Okay, I mean, this wasn't a garter snake. Like it goes on legs for getting married. A garden snake or something that, isn't going to... This was something that actually they had to go to the hospital, okay? So you live in an area where they have these deadly snakes. So you almost want to tell this person, well, you should have been prepared. But how do you get really prepared for something like that all the time? I mean, really? You're supposed to live in deadly fear that there could be a snake behind everything? So you can't really blame this guy, right? Anyway, this is kind of stupid. I'm just saying. The Chinese scientists insert a human brain gene into monkeys. Why do the Chinese keep doing crazy things over there? Okay, now they take this human gene, brain gene, and they inserted it into some monkeys, embryos of monkeys, and they grew these monkeys. Now, a good portion of them died, and the other ones, though developed like normal monkeys, they didn't get bigger brains or anything like that. However, they did develop certain abilities a little bit faster and a little bit more, their hand-eye coordination. There were a few things that they improved upon by doing this. Now, why would you want to do this? Of course, they had some big, long, their reason, that even the name of the experiment was like 2 sentences long. You know, all the crazy reasoning for why they wanted to do this. But again, do I have to bring this up? Planet of the Apes. Okay, do I have to bring that back up again? Planet of the Apes. Have you not seen this movie? This is a new concept to you. You do not do this. Why would you give a creature that has the ability to be much stronger than us the ability to think like us? Stop doing this. Okay? Stop it. It's not a good thing. Okay? Just quit. Now's the time I anger everybody. Okay? Because I saw a post, and you know, I'm not going to get into wasting a lot of I got a lot of stuff going on in my life. I don't have time to research everything I see on Facebook to make sure that it is absolutely true, okay? But when I see something that is posted and I see hundreds of people all getting riled up about it and talking about it and commenting about it, it has become, in my opinion, a significant thing, okay? And whether it's true or not, it has become a social thing. It's actually real in the sense that it exists in our minds, okay? And that is that it was expected for American teachers to bless Muslim students in their language during their religious time. Now, we were told we can't do the Pledge of Allegiance because it mentions God. We can't do and when I say we, I don't mean me, okay? I don't subscribe to any of this stuff, okay? To any of it. I do not take sides on any of this stuff, okay? I believe it all should be removed. But my point is, the American people were told that certain religions had to be booted out of school, weren't allowed because they offended certain people. Now you're saying that the new incoming religions have to be respected and allowed within the same areas that we were told we were not allowed. And that is crap, is what that is. And I'm hoping that this is nonsense, that it is a made-up story, that it isn't true, and that it would never happen. And because I don't believe it ever would, because how could it? You know what I'm saying? The whole separation of church and state, that was supposed to mean something, I thought. I thought it was supposed to be a hard line. Said, you know, we're not going to allow religions in schools anymore, and because there's too many different religions, and one may offend the other, and there's a big fight, and which religion should you allow, and which one should you not allow? And that's a slippery slope, and you can't get into that. So the only solution is you can't have any of them. So yes, you have freedom of religion to practice whatever religion you want and believe whatever faith you choose and follow whatever religion you want. But we should also have freedom from religion, and that means that when we're in public and in public schools and in public places, we should have the ability to go religion-free and not have it pushed onto us, and at the same time told by the people pushing, hey, don't push yours on us. Well, then quit pushing it. Just keep it to yourself and enjoy it. Okay? It means something to you. Follow it. Stay true to it. And do all that. But hey, other people don't follow. So it's a slippery slope. We'll be back. Hour number 2 of the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
Ashley's of Westland, the best for food, friends, and entertainment. Stop in on Mondays for $5 burgers, Tuesdays for $3 pints and trivia, Wednesdays for $5 pizza, and don't forget to stop by on Saturday nights to visit our own DJ Wild Bill and Sporkle Live. Order delivery online with Grubhub and Uber Eats at Ashley's.com. Ashley's of Westland is located at 7525 Wayne Road in Westland, Michigan. Ashley's of Westland, Michigan's premier multi-tap.
Me and my lady want to get busy tonight. What do you recommend?
Igor's Lube.
I got my fist stuck in a gravy boat. Any ideas on how I can get it out?
Igor's Lube.
The hinges on my cabinet doors are squeaky. What should I use?
Igor's Lube. I got dry, flaky elbows. Igor's Lube.
Okay, but what if I'm being held hostage by a supervillain in an underground lair with a ticking time bomb and only seconds left until detonation? What would save me then, huh?
Igor's Lube.
That's right. Everything is smoother with Igor's Lube.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos, directly into your vajir holes, it's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
The Shogun of Harlem.
Yeah, I'm the Shogun of Harlem. Everybody knows that, right? No, not really. So I'm not really the Shogun of Harlem. But hey, I am Alien Stone, and welcome to hour number 2 of the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Brought to you by Ashley's of Westland and Oogers? Wow. Igor's Lube. I wonder if Igor's Lube can help me out with that. It's good for everything else. Ask D-Unit. D-Unit will tell you the many great uses for Igor's Lube. It really helped him out in that Turkish prison. Ask him about it. He'll be happy to tell you. Anyway. Where are we at on this thing? Oh, hour number 2. That's right. Coming up, we've got Here's Milk in Your Eye. The weekly sports update by The Prospect. A break-in made. Somebody breaks their lady out for a death party. A death party? Breaks her out from where? An old folks' home. Dude breaks his old lady out from... Oh, well, we'll get to that. Trust me, we'll get to that. The helium crisis. State versus nation. Oh, there we go again. One more time. That'll be at the end of the hour, though. Until then, it's all fun and games. But first, coming up, let's take our trip all the way down to Florida. As we like to do at the top of this hour. I love Florida. Never a shortage of entertainment.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
What the Florida?
All right, so today's What the Florida. Oh, God, we love you guys down there. Is that an alligator in your pants? Two Charlotte County Sheriff's deputies watched a woman pull a foot-long alligator out of her yoga pants on Monday morning. She also had dozens of turtles hidden in her backpack. The deputies were handling traffic enforcement, and they observed a blue 2013 Chevrolet pickup blow through a stop sign at about 3:15 a.m. So, wow, okay. Alligators, turtles, 3:15 in the morning, and you blow through a stop sign. There's a lot of bad decisions being made there, I'm just saying. The deputies pulled the vehicle over and approached the man driving the truck and the female passenger. The man identified as 22-year-old Michael Cody Clemens, and the passenger was identified as 25-year-old Ariel Michelle Martian Lequire. Really? That's your name? I'm going to just call you Ariel. That's easier. Clemens said that they were under the overpass trying to collect frogs and snakes. Because everybody does that, right? A deputy then asked the pair if they would open up their backpacks to make sure that they hadn't collected any protected wildlife. Clement's bag contained clothes and other personal items, but Ariel's bag, when it was opened, authorities discovered 3 striped turtles in her possession. Now, those are no-nos. When the music ran out even. This is such a long story. When the pair were taken out of the vehicle, deputies asked Ariel if she had anything else on her, and that's when she pulled out a 1-foot-long alligator out of her yoga pants. She placed it on the bed of the truck. Authorities contacted a Florida Fish and Wild Conservation Commission, who took over the investigation. Now, you got all these turtles in your backpack, and I guess there just wasn't room for the alligator, so you stuffed it down your yoga pants, because what could go wrong, right? Okay, then. Music for the Vajir holes. Low, as in where the alligator was. By For the Broken on the Attack on the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
This is what I would do if it were Concrete Angels giving a shout out to Alien X Radio.
Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I am your host, Alien Stone. It is my duty and privilege to inform you that this portion of the show is being brought to you by Ashley's of Westland, located at 7525 Wayne Road in Westland, Michigan. Stop on in on Mondays for $5 burgers, Tuesdays for $3 pints and trivia, Wednesdays for $5 pizza, and Saturday nights for Sporkle Live with our own DJ Wild Bill. Don't forget about the 2019 Brewery Throwdown Championship Finals happening on May 22nd. Dragon Mead will be taking on Batch Brewing, and your vote will help determine the winner. Just remember that with good beer, everybody wins at Ashley's. That's Ashley's of Westland, Michigan's premier multi-tap. So, let's get down into the next portion of the show here that's going to offend somebody. They're going to, Alien Stone, you're so damn opinionated. I am opinionated. And I hope that you're opinionated. I hope everybody out there is opinionated. The difference is, will I allow you to have your own opinion without having to constantly be in your face and tell you about mine? No, I tell you about my opinion. You tell me about your opinion. And then that's it, right? We've heard each other's opinion. Now we can either alter, change, or keep your original opinion. As long as you're willing to accept that when you're giving your opinion to somebody, that they may not change theirs, and you're going to have to continue on as human beings afterwards, then we're good. That's called dialogue. We tried to learn from each other. It was nothing. We just didn't. It didn't happen. You know, we're gonna say anyway. Blah blah blah. Right? That's my favorite saying anymore. I was blah blah blah. I got that from Ludacris. It's my favorite line ever in any of his songs. Blah. I love that line. It's awesome. It says everything. But hey, here we go. About to make people angry. This next story is called "Here's Milk in Your Eye." Okay? It's called "Here's Milk in Your Eye." All right, so there was this lady. I'm not gonna tell you where she was because it doesn't matter where she was. I'm just gonna tell you it was in public. That's all that matters, is that she was in public. Okay. Now you're also gonna say, well, that doesn't matter, Alan. And you're right, it doesn't. And let me hear me out. This lady was in public, and she had her baby with her, and she decided that she was going to breastfeed her baby in public, in front of everybody that was there in public. Now, is she allowed to do this? Absolutely, she is allowed to do this. Is it her right as a mother? Absolutely, it is her right as a mother. Absolutely. And I will never argue that, ever, because it is in fact your right, and if you choose to do that, then you have the right to do that, and I'm not going to say anything to you. I'm going to think to myself, why in the hell are you pulling your titty out in public? They have little breast pumps. You can pump that before you go out into a bottle. It's the same milk from you. And then you can give it to your baby when you're in public, and you can breastfeed when you're at home. That's my opinion, and my opinion does not become law or become truth. You do have the right as a mother. You do have the right to do that in public, and I will support your right to do that, even though I disagree with you doing it there. I think you should know that other people don't like it, and obviously that doesn't matter to you that they don't like it, and that's fine. Again, that's your choice to make everybody uncomfortable if that's what you choose to do. It is your right, and I will support your right to do that. But this guy said something to her and tried to force his opinion upon her. So she retaliated by squirting milk into his eye from her titty. Shot him in the eye with milk. Now, here's where, see, right now everybody's laughing. They're like, oh my God, this guy got exactly what he deserved. The guy was an a-hole. The guy was a complete a-hole. He should have just turned around, not looked at her, and just tried to put it out of his mind. Okay? In his mind, he's right. In the law, he's not. So, get over it. You have to get over it. Okay? She has a right. But he kept pushing. But, that being said, that's a bodily fluid. When you project a bodily fluid onto another person, I know you're going to disagree with me on this, but it is, in fact, assault. It is assault to project a bodily fluid onto another person. If you spit on them, you can be charged with assault. If you were to take blood out of cut yourself and flick blood on somebody, that is assault. Well, if you're squirting milk from your breast onto another person, that is, again, assault. So if this man wanted to press charges, I would also have to support his right to say he was assaulted for having a difference of opinion. Now, he was being an a-hole and getting loud about it, whatever. Yes. Okay, if you want to go after him for disturbing the peace or disorderly conduct or something like that, then go right ahead, whatever. I don't know the extent of what he did. But I'm just saying. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you something. Okay? Everybody has rights, and there's rules, and there's laws, and you have to find the balance in between all of that. And when you try to insert your opinions that may disagree with all of that that's in place, it causes a lot of turbulence and a lot of turmoil and a lot of disagreement, a lot of friction, and a lot of issues. And we have to learn how to accept other people's opinions, even though we don't have to participate with them. You know, if somebody says, I identify as this, and you don't agree that that's what they are just because they identify, then fine. In your mind, you don't have to agree, okay? But let it go. They want to say that, and you can say that, okay? Just don't expect me to say it, okay? Just don't ask me then. Don't say, hey, what am I? I'm going to tell you, and then you're going to be like, no, I'm this. And I'm like, no, I disagree. And then now you're trying to force just take your opinion, move on, and let me disagree, and then I'll be quiet about it after that. I will give you my first opinion. I will. And then after that, I'm done. I may reinforce that opinion a few times if you come back at me with a bunch of stuff after we've already finished. Okay, I've given you my opinion. Our opinions are made clear, and now you are coming at me again. Anyway, let's move on for some music. Here's a band called Keychain. I know. See what I'm saying? Names are irrelevant. They're like, what's the name of your band? I don't know. Reaches in his pocket, pulls it out, and he's like, it's either Quarter or Keychain. What's it going to be? We'll go with Keychain. Sounds pretty good. Prime Time is the name of the tune. It's the radio edit. Not like it really matters on this show. It's the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
I got the ladies to rub a pump, and body shake all over the place in the front to the back, and I wanna take some. Pump it up, okay, you wanna play with me now? Cause I rock with Keychain, now we all about getting loud as hell. L-A-N-T-L, P-Y-T, drinks on me, come and see. Can't stop it, you can't stop us now. Come get it, you come get it loud. Can't stop it, you can't stop this crowd. Can't stop me now. Come on, give it up. It's that time. Go give it up. It's prime time. Come on, give it up. It's that time. Let's go give it up. It's prime time. Hey, we get paid on the rave, cause we getting down and we do this all day. Yeah, we bringing on the punk and the funky too. This the sound. Fabric and the cats go me out. I got love for the pros, but I brought my boys and they come for the clothes. New metal, rock, rap, hip hop is rap, hot R&B, R&B, cheeky baby. Can't stop it, you can't stop us now. Come get it, you come get it loud. Can't stop it, you can't stop this crowd. Can't stop me now. Taking you higher. Your lighter, sky is on fire, you're a fighter in your prime. Taking you farther, push even harder. Pour out your heart, cause you're an artist in your prime. It's time for you to decide. Free what's on your mind. Go crystallize, open your eyes, yeah. And you're about to drop the bass, tearing off the skin of your motherfucking face. Come on, give it up.
Hi, this is Doug Bradley, Pinhead from the Hellraiser movies, and you're listening to Alien X Radio. And you'd better carry on listening to Alien X Radio, or I will tear your soul apart.
Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your Vajir holes. You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership for the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
All right, everybody, it is just about time for a short break, a pause in the action for station identification, a moment to introduce you to our sponsors. Still to come, it's the break-in maid. A woman is broken out of a nursing home for her own death party. There's a helium crisis, and state versus nation, all of that is on the way, as well as more music for your Vajir holes. But first, we're going to take that short break and give you a moment to check in with the prospect for this weekly sports update on Alien X Radio.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
And now your weekly sports update with the prospect.
Hello all and welcome to the weekly sports update with me, the prospect, on Alien X Radio. Just when you thought the Golden State Warriors were done, they made it to the Western Conference Finals by beating the Houston Rockets 104-100 in Game 6. People were writing them off after Kevin Durant got injured in Game 5 and had to sit this one out. But where Durant was absent, Steph Curry, who failed to get out of his starting game in the first half, and Klay Thompson took over the team and sent the Rockets packing. Now they wait for the Nuggets and Trailblazers to finish their series, which is currently at Game 7, so they won't have to wait long. On the Eastern side, the Bucks made quick work of the Celtics in 4 straight games, eliminating them and are waiting themselves for the winner of the Raptors-Sixers series, which is also in the 7th game. Now, if the Celtics are out of the playoffs, they have a big dilemma on their hands as rumors have been swirling regarding Kyrie Irving's future with the team. In their post-game interview, Irving was asked if he has any plans for the future after the playoff exit, and the point guard simply replied, quote, "I am just trying to get back to Boston," end quote. Does this mean that he was trying to return to the team for next season? Or that he's simply returning to where he resides, ponder the possibilities of signing with another team? We shall find out soon, as he has a lot of time to tell us what he meant. Elsewhere in the league, the Lakers' wait is over. The franchise signed Frank Vogel to a 3-year deal, according to ESPN. The deal was initiated on Thursday, and after many failed attempts at other candidates, such as LeBron James' former coach Tyronn Lue, talks were sped up to an eventual deal on Saturday. The team also welcomes Jason Kidd to the assistant coaching spot, a surprising move to hopefully complement Vogel in leading the team back to the finals. Let's be honest, we never expect a certain team or player to make it to their sport's postseason tournament. We're ready to write them off even after making a big signing in the offseason, because the thought of them representing the sport's champions doesn't appeal to us. So who really expected the Carolina Hurricanes to make it this far in the Stanley Cup playoffs? Not me, but here we are. And here they are, as they battle a powerhouse and original 6 team in the Boston Bruins. The bunch of jerks that is the Hurricanes are looking to make their move to Lord Stanley's Cup, despite many people dismissing them at every chance. But you would think that after defeating the defending Stanley Cup champion Capitals, they have made their point already. Unfortunately, the playoffs aren't decided after the first round, so they are still fighting and clawing to the top. By this time next week, we will see if their fairy tale has a happy ending or not. Well, tune in next week for more sports. Alien X Radio, I am the Prospect. Say until next time, Prospect out.
Ashley's of Westland, the best for food, friends, and entertainment. Stop in on Mondays for $5 burgers, Tuesdays for $3 pints and trivia, Wednesdays for $5 pizza, and don't forget to stop by on Saturday nights to visit our own DJ Wild Bill and Sporkle Live. Order delivery online with Grubhub and Uber Eats at ashleys.com. Ashley's of Westland is located at 7525 Wayne Road in Westland, Michigan. Ashley's of Westland, Michigan's premier multi-tap.
Donna, is that a bottle of Igor's lube?
I wish you would just ring up my stuff without all the questions.
I heard there are millions of uses for that stuff.
I only have one.
Have you ever tried playing a naked game of Twister all covered in this stuff?
Can't say that I have.
This stuff will really help to get you out of a tight spot. Or into one, if you know what I mean. Huh?
Are you almost finished?
Just waiting for the bag boy. Igor?
And don't forget that my lube comes in 1 ounce, 5 ounce, 1 pint, and 1 gallon sizes, so you can feel free to try out that naked twister thing.
Uh-huh. Now see, I told you.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow. Resistance is futile, but you can struggle if you like. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. You got something to say? Say it, bucko. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I am your host, Alien Stone, and, we're like at the halfway point here, man. We're about halfway done here. I got you till 12 noon, at which point we switch on over to a show called To Serve Man. It's an all-request hour. You give me a call, 313-444-8919. Again, 313-444-8919. Jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. Or contact me in any way, shape, or form that you possibly can and make your requests. That is an all-request hour. Any music goes. It is To Serve Man, a cookbook. You provide the ingredients and the recipe for lunch. Unless, of course, you're in the UK, and then what is it? Like, what was it, like 5 p.m. or something? So it's your dinner time. What can I tell you? Either way, you're going to eat something. Eat this. Anyway, so we just played those ads. I got to mark that down that we just played those. Yeah. Right now, we got more music for the Vajir Holes on the way, but first, we're going to talk just a moment about a break-in maid. I don't have a picture for that one, do I? No, I don't. So I don't have to worry about that. The break-in maid. This woman, let me make sure I get all the facts right, like I ever care about that, right? I don't really have any facts here. I'm just looking to mark something off the list. Where's the break-in maid? Really? That's a fashion. Oh, there's the break-in maid. All right, so that's where I'm at. The break-in maid. This woman, she breaks into a house. She pets the family dog because the dog is useless. Okay, you're supposed to protect people, protect their house from people who break in, not run over and roll over on your back, get a belly rub. But anyway, she pet the family dog, and then she washed the dishes, and then she left. So, you know, everybody's like, "Well, what's the problem?" I don't know. I fail to see the problem. I mean, she broke in and she washed my dishes? I'm cool with that. Hope she breaks in tomorrow. Well, I don't know. Again, there's no real detail. Did she actually break in? Like, is there a broken window? Is there a broken lock? You know, did she cause damage to get into the house? Now, that, of course, would be, you know, a bit of an issue. I don't know. Maybe she didn't really break in so much as a window was left open and she just kind of crawled in, which is still breaking and entering. Is still illegal. Yeah. But nonetheless, she didn't just break anything. But you have to ask, why did she get into your house? Now, could it be that maybe she's on the run? Maybe she's on the lam? Maybe she was being chased by the police and she saw your house was empty and a way in, and she decided that as her repayment to you for giving her a place to hide out while the cops, you know, vacated the area, a place to lay low, she washed your dishes. And it just so happens that your dog, you know, didn't attack her, so she, of course, is going to make friends with the dog. That's how you keep from getting attacked, right? Anyway, so what do you think? I mean, is this woman a horrible person? Or, you know, you really don't know what to think about this. But she breaks in, she does the dishes, pets with your dog, and leaves. It's kind of like just out of the blue, like a sucker punch. Whoopsh. Silver Loves Mercury on the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
It's just another way for her to say I told you so. But I don't really care, 'cause even God hates me. It's just another way for me to sit and laugh about the funny little girl that wants me more than you do. It's just another day for me to reminisce about the other night when you were sure that you were so right. But every pleasure has a price and you forgot about the middle finger.
is Scott from Walking Into Traffic.
Walking Into Traffic, signing out on Alien X Radio. Radio.
Separate myself from the world's end. What's the point anymore? Why should I even care? Gave everything I had. You left me cold and bare. I thought I used to love. Now it's becoming clear. We're not meant to be. Where do we go from here? Separate myself from the world's end. You love me, you hate me, but you cannot break me. Suffocate the flame, burn on road. Abuse me, this time you lose me. Separate myself, let me go. The innocence is gone, it's gone forever now. The memories we had, they all are burning down. You tell me that you love, and I'm the only one. Just speak the truth for once, we both know this is done. Separate myself from the world's end. You love me, you hate me, but you cannot break me. Suffocate the flame, burn on road. Abuse me, this time you lose me. Separate myself, let me go. Separate myself from the world's end. You love me, you hate me, but you cannot break me. Suffocate the flame, burn on road. Abuse me, this time you lose me. Separate myself from the world's end. You love me, you hate me, but you cannot break me. Suffocate the flame, burn on road. Abuse me, this time you lose me. Separate myself, let me go.
Got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your Vajir holes. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Come on.
Welcome back, everybody, to the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I am your host, Alien Stone. Moving and grooving right along, man. Almost out of time here in hour number 2. Still another hour of the attack on the way. But it is my duty and privilege to inform you that this portion of the show is being brought to you by Igor's Lube. Igor introduces the final ingredient for love, Igor's Lube. For squeaky hinges and dry, flaky elbows to naked games of Twister and doing it. Everything is smoother with Igor's Lube. Look for and like Igor's Lube on Facebook. Get some today and get some tomorrow at igorslube.com. That's www.igorslube.com. So, here we are in our final segment. I promised you a few things. State versus nation, that's on its way. The helium crisis. I know you're all scared about that, right? What are we going to do? And the death party. The death party. Death party for Hazel. We're going to throw a death party for Hazel. Because she's super old. She's not doing so good. She needs to have a big old party before she can't party no more. So what am I going to do? I'm going to break her out of that nursing home. And we're going to go on a bender. We're going to have us a big old party. So what did they do? What did they do? Police have arrested a Minnesota man. I don't know why I was doing that accent. I was like, Minnesota, we're going to break her out of there, okay? We're going to break her out, and we're going to take her on a party. We're going to have a big old party, okay? Isn't that how they talk there in Minnesota? I don't know. I've never been there. I've been told my accents are rubbish anyway. No matter what accent I do, it's rubbish. So I'll just stick with the American accent. We know that one's right. Anyway, police have arrested a Minnesota man who checked his sick wife out of the nursing home to throw her a death party. So they went all out, okay? First off, they had a whole bunch of sex. We know that was going on, okay? This has been confirmed. They had a whole bunch of sex because they wanted to get it on before they couldn't get it on no more. You know? Just wonder if Igor's lube was involved. And I just keep going back to that. Anyway, what else did they do besides had a whole bunch of sex? They had a whole bunch of sex. They also listened to a lot of heavy metal. Because remember, old people today, everybody's like, old people don't listen to heavy metal. Old people today did. Heavy metal is a lot older than you think it is now, people. There's some old people listening to some heavy stuff. Okay? So they would listen to a lot of heavy metal and had a whole bunch of sex. What else did they do? Oh, yeah, that's right. They did a bunch of meth. Now maybe they've gone a bit far, okay? I was with them with the metal and the sex. I was with them on that. Okay, cool. I'm with you. Then they brought in the meth. Metal? Sex, cool. Meth, not so much. Okay? I know it's supposed to be sex, drugs, and rock and roll, but choose a different drug. I'm just saying. Like Igor's ganja. Look for that product. No, I'm just kidding. Igor's ganja. But I'm just saying, meth, maybe too much. Okay? So now she's sick. So is she going to be able to make it through the meth? She is apparently back at the nursing home. And, you know, it was a lovely evening. She had a fantastic time. She had a death party, everybody. So now she can go ahead and go through whatever it is that they want her to do, which is going to just make her sicker and sicker until she's gone. Knowing that she had the big old sex metal meth party and got that all out of her system. It's unbelievable. But, hey, you know, don't look down at old people. Okay, old people listen to rock. They still want to do it. If they ain't dead, you know what I'm saying? They might be old, but they're not dead. Think about how much you like doing all that stuff. You're going to still want to do all that stuff when you get older. Don't judge old people. So anyway, that's the death party. And here's about the helium crisis that's going on. Apparently, Party City is closing 45 stores amid a global helium shortage. This is a thing, okay? I've seen it all over the place, so it must be a thing, right? It's on the internet, must be true. It must be real, because, see, there I go with garbage accent. Maybe I'm good at that one. Maybe you like that one. The Backwoods Deliverance one. Sure do have a purty mouth. Anyway, Party City's closing down the stores because there's a helium shortage. So, really, is this something that is going to impact the economy? Is this going to hurt people's businesses because they can't get their helium? Apparently, places like Party City, yes. That's their job. I imagine they go through a lot of helium all the time, blowing up all these balloons that everybody wants for their party so they can release them so they can run out of helium later on, drop down the ocean, and kill bottleneck dolphins. Just saying, man, there's a lot of clowns out there that are wanting to, you know, have float around balloons. Now they're just stuck with the balloon animals. They can't, there's no helium. We're running out of helium, everybody. Maybe it's because nobody cares about helium anymore, okay? We're not sucking helium out of balloons and making the little voices anymore. So we're having a crisis. They're calling it a crisis because we're that short on helium. Would you call it a crisis? I mean, seriously. We have no helium. So let me mark that off the list. We're done talking about that. That's pretty stupid. What about the balloon animals, man? I've seen them before. That must just be an air tank because, they usually don't blow them up by mouth anymore when they're doing the balloon animals because they're doing so fast and so many of them, they would probably pass out. But, they usually got a tank there, blowing them up real quick. I imagine that's just oxygen now because, balloon animals don't float away. That'd be kind of cool, though. Can you imagine a balloon animal of like a bird or something and it's filled with helium? So that would be awesome. I've never seen that before. Igor's balloon animals. Igor's balloon animals. That's right. We will send Igor out to your birthday party to make inappropriate balloon animals for you. That's right. We'll even fill a couple of those balloons with Igor's lube so you can throw it at your enemies. Watch them slip around trying to chase you. Because it's very smooth and slippery. Anyway. That's enough of that. Hey, I just wanted to, okay, it's that time again where you give me a call, 313-444-8919, 313-444-8919 if you disagree. And I'm sure a lot of people will because even our own John LeBang, he jumped in on me and disagreed with me. And I don't think people really understand what I'm talking about when I had said something stupid, okay, because everybody takes everything that you say word for word and thinks that that's what you mean. I said, don't refer to it as the United States, as each state is doing its own thing anymore. That's pretty much what I said. Oh, it's still the United States, and some people are still united behind blah, blah, blah. I wasn't talking about the people. I know the people are united, okay? There's no real division there. Yes, there's some division, but, people are still united. My point was, why are certain states allowed to look at the federal government and say, no, we don't like that. We're not going to do that. We know the illegal immigration is illegal immigration, but we're going to call our state a sanctuary state, and we're just going to let that happen over here. And there's nothing you can do about it because we've decided that we want it over here, even though nationally you said that it is national security issue. So what the hell? Why are cities allowed to go against what states voted on? A whole state votes that they want something to happen, but individual cities and their 5 elected people that have been sitting on the board for however long, they decide against the entire state saying, no, we don't want to do that over here, so we're not going to do it. Even though the votes showed that the majority of your city also voted for that. But the 5 of you say no. Why? Why? Because you don't agree. So your votes can be overturned. Why should a state be allowed to overturn something that the whole country said? And why should a city be able to overturn what a whole state said? It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. And I know that everybody wants to explain it to me. Trust me. Everybody has wanted to explain it to me. But they all explain it to me with an attitude and with their agenda in mind. And they don't want to have dialogue. They just want to bark. And I love the way people also tell me the way things function and tell me that's the way they work. That's 2 different things completely. The way something functions and the way something works. Well, that's the way it works, Alien Stone. No, it's not working. That's my point. That's how it functions. We need to remove that from functioning and put in something that functions and works. That's my point. When I bark and say stuff, that you don't tell me that that's not how it works. I'm telling you how it should work, how it can work, how everybody wants it to work. I know I'm not in charge of Jack. Just this show. So I'm going to take a short break, pause in the action for station identification. We'll be back with hour number 3 of the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
Ashley's of Westland, the best for food, friends, and entertainment. Stop in on Mondays for $5 burgers, Tuesdays for $3 pints and trivia, Wednesdays for $5 pizza. And don't forget to stop by on Saturday nights to visit our own DJ Wild Bill and Sporkle Live. Order delivery online with Grubhub and Uber Eats at Ashley's.com. Ashley's of Westland is located at 7525 Wayne Road in Westland, Michigan. Ashley's of Westland, Michigan's premier multi-tap.
Oh, honey, what a wonderful surprise. A dozen roses and chocolates, a candlelit dinner, and now champagne and strawberries by the fire. You're so romantic.
What do you say we get a little closer?
Igor? That's right, Igor here with the final ingredient for love.
Igor's lube?
Nothing gets things moving and grooving like my lube, and it prevents chafing.
Thanks, Igor.
And don't forget, Igor's lube now comes in cherry, mint, and salmon flavor.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
Oh my God. What have I done? What have I done?
Look at the turning wheel.
The Alignment, the latest CD from The Creeping Chaos, featuring Dead in the Water.
Dead in the water.
Beg for mercy and Under the Blade.
We live our lives under a blade.
Available now at iTunes, CD Baby, and Rock of Ages in Garden City.
One for the guy.
Are you looking to bring the karaoke experience to your next event? Have you looked at the home karaoke systems and found them to be just toys? Well, Alien Stone Entertainment Karaoke has professional equipment, professional sound, and delivers a professional karaoke experience. Don't settle for hundreds of songs when you can have tens of thousands. From oldies, Motown, and R&B to rock, metal, alternative, rap, and country, Alien Stone Entertainment Karaoke has it all. Alien Stone Entertainment Karaoke is available for private parties as well as bars, clubs, and other special events. For booking, call 734-658-2746. That's 734-658-2746. Or visit us online at www.alienstoneentertainment.com. Alien Stone Entertainment. Out of this world karaoke, down to earth prices.
Are you looking for a way to get your message out there? Have you been looking for just the right way to advertise your business, website, or upcoming event? Have you thought about advertising on the radio but thought it would be too expensive? Well, you should try advertising on Alien X Radio. We have advertising packages for every budget starting as low as $30 per month. That's right, radio advertising for as little as $1 a day. You don't have a commercial? No problem. Our copywriting and production department can create a radio spot complete with voiceovers, sound effects, and music that's just right for your needs. And unlike other stations, the production is included. So what are you waiting for? Just visit www.alienxradio.com and click on the advertisers link to get a look at our packages and rates. Then contact us at advertising@alienxradio.com. That's advertising@alienxradio.com.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Give me some static! You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership
For the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
When's the last time you had a good time?
broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your vagir holes.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
The Shogun of Harlem.
All right, everybody, welcome. It's hour number 3 of the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Being brought to you by Ashley's of Westland, Igor'sLube.com, being heard on AlienXRadio.com, UG Media, Facebook, and YouTube Live. Man, broadcasting into your face from outer space on the other side of planet Chaos. I'm Alien Stone. Welcome to the show. In this hour, obscene or not obscene? That was the question. Why a guy got arrested for a sticker. And I've even got the update, so I'm going to give you the complete story. We've got more relevant news from NPR on the way, as well as the latest nose hair fashion. You heard me correctly, nose hair. And since Mother's Day has just happened, we're going to go back in time to Mother's Day of last year, which just so happens to have been on exactly 1 year ago. Today was Mother's Day. And I had D-Unit inside the mothership, and I came up with the Just a Few Questions that is now notoriously known as Mom or Wife. So that is coming up to round out the hour. So all that being said, we also got this coming up. Besides more music for the Vajir Holes. Oh, you know what? I keep forgetting to load this in because I suck. That's why. I suck. I keep forgetting to load in the music. I load in the other part, and then it will just be talking over me. We don't want to do that, do we? Let's go ahead and get this hour underway.
And now your wackadoo of the week.
The wackadoo of the week is just a little story that I heard. Because people, remember how we talked about how people they live in their own little bubble? Their opinion is the only thing that matters. They don't understand that there's other people around. When you order something, nobody understands that a delivery person's coming to the door and they will be involved in that. You know, when people place an order online, there's somebody that actually has to process that. You know, there's always people involved. Nobody looks out for other people. They don't look outside of their own little tunnel vision. Well, this guy had a whole bunch of money. He's rich, right? I'm rich. I can do whatever I want, right? So he builds a helicopter landing platform in his yard. Okay? Now, yeah, they got big property and all that, but then he buys a helicopter. Now, does he schedule flights once a week, once a month? No. He's literally coming and going at all hours of every day. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. Coming and going, the helicopter's up, it's down, it's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. The neighbors go crazy, they call the police. The police come out and say, you're disturbing the peace with your helicopter, and we just talked to the FAA. They don't know anything about you. This guy just has money, buys a helicopter, doesn't have a license to fly it, just figured out how to learn. I don't know if he played Nintendo, what he did, but he learned how to fly the damn thing. And now he's disturbing the peace with it. Are you kidding me? Dude! So he's shut down. No more flying for you! Because you are the wackadoo of the week on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. And now it's time for a little creeping chaos and spare meat on the attack.
The flesh to be steel. Nothing anymore. Get the meat, the meat, the meat. Broken glass and bullets.
This is Rob K from the Creeping Chaos, and you're listening to Alien X Radio.
You ever wonder what it'd be like if aliens came down from outer space? Well, this is what they'd sing. We've come from a distant rock to see what you monkeys got. We watched you for years and years, so cry out your final tears. People of Earth, people of Earth, people of Earth, people of Earth. You're gonna die now.
Got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos, directly into your Vajir hole. You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership for the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Can you feel it?
Let's rock this joint.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I'm your host, Alien Stone. Man, it's hard to believe we're already up to where we're at, man. Already about a quarter of the way through the final hour of the broadcast. Don't forget the All Request Hour coming up next, known as To Serve Man, hosted by myself. 313-444-8919. You can call me anytime during that show. Request anything that you like to hear. If I've got it, I'll play it. If I know what it is, I'll find it. If I can't find it, I'll find somebody who can find it. Don't play what you want to hear. It's an all-request show called To Serve Man, coming up at 12 noon Eastern. right here on Alien X Radio and UG Media. Don't forget, that's right, we're live over there as well. Love you guys. Love you guys. You're so special. Anyway, this portion of the show is being brought to you by... Oh, I got the wrong brought to you by over here. That's the other portion of the show. This portion of the show is being brought to you by Ashley's of Westland. Located at 7525 Wayne Road in Westland, Michigan. Stop on in on Mondays for $5 burgers, Tuesdays for $3 pints and trivia, Wednesdays for $5 pizza, and don't forget Saturday nights with Sporkle Live and our own DJ, Wild Bill. Don't forget about the 2019 Brewery Throwdown Championship Finals happening on May 22nd. Dragon Mead will be taking on Batch Brewing, and your vote will help determine the winner. But just remember that with good beer, everybody wins at Ashley's. That's Ashley's of Westland, Michigan's premier multi-tap. So, let's rock this joint. Let's get to this. Okay, I got a picture over here to play for this one, or to show you rather. Check this out. Now, this is obviously a dramatization. On Facebook and on YouTube Live, you can see this. The rest of you, I'll describe it. This is just a dramatization. It's not the real thing. It's just a tribute. A guy had a sticker in his back window, one of those vinyl stickers. Try not to sneeze. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to sneeze. So, it says, "I eat ass." Okay. I think everybody understands what that means. I mean, he can argue whatever he wants to argue about what it means. You know, he says, well, it doesn't mean the sexual thing, you know. So, we're supposed to believe that you eat donkeys? Well, you cook them up, you flay them, what do? Do you dice them up? Do you make the chili out of them? How do you eat donkeys? But here's the thing, see, it doesn't really matter what he means, because this is where law starts getting a little cloudy and a little strange over here. Okay, because it was determined by a police officer as an obscene sticker. It was obscene. There's that word, obscene. So he pulled the guy over who was doing the speed limit, using his turn signals, was a fully licensed driver, wearing his seatbelt. There was absolutely no reason to pull this guy over. He pulled him over solely because of the "I eat ass" sticker in his back window. He admits to this. That's why I pulled him over. He's even on camera from the dash cam talking to the gentleman about all this. He says, I pulled you over because of your derogatory sticker on the back that's obscene. It says, "I eat ass." And, well, it started to escalate. It got a little out of control, where the guy was pretty much, well, you know, it's my First Amendment rights, you know, thing. I have freedom of speech. I can say whatever I want. And he asserts that, no, there is a law that states that if there's a sticker or something on your vehicle that's obscene, you cannot display it publicly. So he was given an option. He said, you can be arrested, or you can remove one of these letters from your sticker. If you remove one of the letters, so this is how ridiculous and stupid this whole thing was, okay? This officer was being ridiculous and stupid. There's much worse stickers out there that say much worse things, and nobody says a damn thing about it. Grow up is what I say about it, okay? But anyway, it says, "I eat ass." What letter are you going to remove from that statement that will then make it so that nobody understands what it said originally? If you remove the "I," it says "eat ass." Okay. What if I chose that letter? Would you let me go if it just said "eat ass"? So I don't, but I'm telling you to. Same thing. Same visual in your head, right? Same thing. If you remove any of the other letters, you're still going to know exactly what it said. So that's how stupid this officer was being. He's just being ridiculous. Okay, it doesn't show nudity. Ass is a word that you can say on the radio even. The FCC allows it, as long as it's not in conjunction with the word hole. And then you have to bleep out the word hole. So I don't understand. So he was arrested for having this obscene material on his vehicle, and because he refused to remove the sticker and asserted his rights, which cops hate, he was then charged with resisting arrest without violence, which was bullcrap. An immense pile of bullcrap. So he was arrested, and since then he has gotten a lawyer. The lawyer has made a great strides for him and has won because the charges against this gentleman have since been dropped. They have been dropped, stating that the officer was out of bounds, went completely out of control with this. Didn't need to do this, so we have no idea what his real intentions were, the police officer, that is. What, if he had any other agendas or any other influences, anything that made him want to go after this guy. We don't understand why. But now the gentleman wants to sue for damages, of course. You've already won once, let's push now into like a civil case here and try to get some money from the city, right? So that's going forward now. So that was a huge win because now here's my point. Here's the thing that makes me scratch my head. At what point does something become obscene? And we know what the answer to that is. At the point when you think that it's obscene. Well, you are different than him. So each one of us may have a different level of what we consider obscene. So who is the person that gets to decide what is and what isn't obscene? And how do you set that limit so that everybody knows where it is when it's different for everybody from their point of view? It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, now if you say no nudity, okay, that's a black and white line, easy to follow. No nudity. We won't put any nudity in the magazine. Fine. No nudity, because that's obscene. We can't do it, okay? No nudity. But then when you say, well, you know what, you also can't show the thong. Because the thong shows most of the butt, even though the main butthole part's covered up and everything else is covered up, but still you show a whole butt. Now, that's not allowed, okay? You're not supposed to show a thong on television because, okay, so there was a gray area there. You didn't mention that. You said nudity. This is not nude. You talk about the part you can't show. Well, this part's covered up, but you don't like how much is showing. So now, again, where's that level? Who's the person that's in charge of making that decision? Who's the person in charge of choosing the people that make that decision? It's ridiculous. So, I don't know. I don't know where this leaves us. I don't know where I have led us. So let's take another musical break here. In your Vajir holes, it's Sin for Sin with their tune, I Quit Drinking Again, on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
This one goes out to anybody who likes to have a good time. Goes something like this. I stumbled in the door around 3 in the morning, got my lips round your rapper as I fall to the floor. Couldn't tell you where I came, but I can tell you where I'm from. But the bottle's catching up, and I'm glad I made it out. I'm always getting on about the things I know I did. It would never be a problem if I wasn't drunk as shit. I gotta put it all together on the very next day. So I know what to do and I know what to say. Well, she's always pissed. They're always mad. I know what I did and I know it's bad. I quit drinking. I quit drinking. I quit drinking again. I quit drinking. I quit drinking. I quit drinking again. I was drinking pretty heavy at my friend's favorite bar, and it didn't really hit me till I walked into the car. He wasn't getting married, and I said that's pretty good. Put the meaning to the words where I must have stood. The wind was blowing heavy and the snow was in July. And I didn't check my luck until it hit the road, and now we got picked up by a sugar wall walking down the road. And my car's in the ditch, but I'm glad I made it home. drinking. I quit drinking. I quit drinking again. I quit drinking. I quit drinking. I quit drinking again. I quit drinking. I quit drinking. I quit drinking again. Let me hear you say I quit drinking. I quit drinking again.
This is David Crawford from Dawn of the Dead, and you're listening to X.
Well, that is a sucker punch to the buildings.
I see the enemy in me. Feel the world come crashing down. Can't escape the rage that I feel. Can't believe that this is real. Held on to everything I know, but I can't take much more. I feel the enemy in me as I start to lose control. Enemy, you can't see. I try to hide, but it's breaking free. I can feel it now, can hear it now. I can see that the enemy is in me. I can feel it now, can hear it now. Can see that the enemy is in me now. I push the rage down deep inside, but it comes screaming back to life. I light the fire and I feed the flames, but when it burns, I feel insane. So I pray to God, won't you save my soul? Well, I don't hear an answer, I'm losing control. The enemy, you can't see. I try to hide, but it's breaking free. I can feel it now, can hear it now. Can see that the enemy is in me. I can feel it now, can hear it now. Can see that the enemy is in me now. Whoa. Can't stop the rage, I can't stop the pain, I can't stop this feeling I'm insane. Can't stop the rage, I can't stop the pain, I can't stop this feeling I'm insane. I can feel it now, I can hear it now. I can see that the enemy is in me. I can feel it now, can hear it now. I can see that the enemy is in me now. Whoa. Yeah, the enemy is in me.
And now your weekly news update from NPR.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
I've always listened to it.
Governor Phil Bryant has declared a state of emergency in several counties. More rain has forced several Mississippi rivers out of their banks. There are reports of high water rescues. Voters in the Philippines have cast ballots in their midterm elections. Allies of President Rodrigo Duterte, who want to control the Philippine Senate, are facing off against opposition candidates who say Duterte's war to stop drugs has left thousands of people dead. NPR's Julie McCarthy reports.
Here in a place that's been ravaged by Duterte's drug war, there is support for that program and for this president. People say their areas have been cleaned up, not totally, but now they're free to walk. They feel their children are safer, they feel safer, and they put it down to Duterte's drug war. They support him, they like him, and they are voting for his candidates in the Senate today, which could push the Senate into Duterte's camp and pull it out of its longtime independence. Julie McCarthy, NPR News, Tondo, Manila.
Tuskegee airman and physician Granville Coggs died last week at the age of 93 in San Antonio. During World War II, he trained as one of the nation's first black military pilots. Dr. Coggs later earned his medical degree from Harvard University in 1953. His family notes Coggs went on to invent a non-invasive patented device for breast cancer detection. He also served as the first African-American physician on staff at Kaiser Hospital in San Francisco. I'm Corva Coleman, NPR News.
Support for NPR and the following message come from Optum, dedicated to making the healthcare system better, smarter, and more affordable, bringing everyone together so that healthcare finally works. We know how. We are the how. Optum, how well gets done.
Ashley's of Westland, the best for food, friends, and entertainment. Stop in on Mondays for $5 burgers, Tuesdays for $3 pints and trivia, Wednesdays for $5 pizza, and don't forget to stop by on Saturday nights to visit our own DJ Wild Bill and Sporkle Live. Order delivery online with Grubhub and Uber Eats at Ashley's.com. Ashley's of Westland is located at 7525 Wayne Road in Westland, Michigan. Ashley's of Westland, Michigan's premier multi-tap.
Me and my lady want to get busy tonight. What do you recommend?
Igor's Lube. I got my fist stuck in a gravy boat. Any ideas on how I can get it out? Igor's Lube.
The hinges on my cabinet doors are squeaky. What should I use?
Igor's Lube.
I got dry, flaky elbows.
Igor's Lube.
Okay, but what if I'm being held hostage by a supervillain in an underground lair with a ticking time bomb and only seconds left until detonation? What would save me then, huh?
Igor's Lube.
That's right. Everything is smoother with Igor's Lube.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Barry, owner-operator of Barry's Barometer Barn. Lately, I bet you've been lying awake at night asking yourself, how many barometers do I really need? Well, at Barry's Barometer Barn, we think you need more than one. Otherwise, we're gonna go out of business. Remember, at Barry's Barometer Barn, we don't know the meaning of high-pressure sales. Come on, folks, buy another barometer.
Got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Here we go! Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos, directly into your Vajir holes. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
The house is now on fire.
Welcome back, everybody, to The Attack. I'm your host, Alien Stone. It's The Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space, taking you all the way up to 12 noon, where To Serve Man will take over an all-request hour. Brought to you by myself, Alien Extra Radio, UG Media, YouTube, Facebook, Ashley's of Westland, and Igor's Lube. Igor's Lube. Who would have thunk? Nobody. Moving along. Just hate those ads. So we're going to talk about the latest fashion. I know, Alien Stone, why are you talking about fashion? You don't know a damn thing about fashion. You know why I don't know a damn thing about fashion? Because it doesn't exist. Fashion is not real. It only exists in your mind. It's a collection of opinions, and then your perception that those opinions are sprinkled across everybody equally, and it isn't. It's just by the people that are strong enough and powerful enough and have enough money to put the opinion up on the pedestal for everybody to see. So really, instead of following everybody, you're only following a handful of people who are playing you. Oh yeah, they're playing you like an instrument, man. They're the puppet master with their strings, playing you like a flute. And I don't mean a skin flute, so nope, that's not fun. They have control of you. They have absolute control of you. But anyway, enough of the fashion thing, right? We're going to talk about the nose fashion. That's what I'm talking about. Nose fashion? What do you mean nose fashion? It's the latest thing. It's the latest thing. People are getting nose hair extensions. 313-444-8919. Again, 313-444-8919. I hope that you call in just to say, yep, you're right, Alien Stone. This is stupid. But maybe you're going to call in and defend it. Maybe you just went to the salon and got your nose hair extensions. I'm not talking about mustaches. I'm talking about the nose hairs, the hairs up in your nostrils. They're getting extensions for them so that they're sticking all the way out of their noses, and then they're flailing them out like a flower around their nostrils. It's fashion, Alien Stone. It's fashion. That's what I'm being told. It's fashion. It's stupid. It looks gross. Okay? These got to be the same. The same. Well, I don't know if men are doing this as well, but the pictures I saw were ladies doing this. But I'm sure that if men are doing it as well. But it's probably the same ladies, the ones that are getting the hairy armpits and then getting the glitter armpits on top of that. So hairy, glittery armpits and nose hair extensions. You're sexy. I think you're drunk, man. You're doing the moonshine stomp with Violet Hour on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
shoving big black long things in my face. Just as a Tuesday.
I'm Kelly Harris from Face Off. I came here to eat hobbits and kill boners. And you're listening to Alien X Radio. Motherfuckers!
Restless and vain, it hides her shame, calling us out as we burn through the shades. Familiar face, telling us lies. When you open yourself, when you feel the flood, it's so good, it's so good, it's so good. It's so good. The day holds us down, so safe and sound, passing me by as we burn through the light, give into the fight, treading waters. Open yourself when you feel the flood. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. When you open yourself, when you feel the flood, you untie yourself out in the open. When you open yourself, when you feel the flood, you untie yourself out in the open. When you open yourself, when you feel the flood, you untie yourself out in the It's so good. It's so good. It's so good.
Resistance is futile, but you can struggle if you like.
It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
You got something to say? Say it, bucko. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Man, we've been having a good time today. A lot of really good music been jamming out. A lot of good stories, things to talk about. People are enjoying themselves online, on Facebook, and everybody seems to be really enjoying themselves. I'm glad. I'm glad to be a part of the UG Media family now. Also, over on the other side of the pond. I haven't got any hate mail yet about my rubbish accent. I'm never going to let that go. She's like, stop giving me crap. No, she probably doesn't care. Moving and grooving right along. Everybody's like, who's she? We're getting into that later. This portion of the show is being brought to you by Igor's Lube. Igor introduces the final ingredient for love. It's Igor's Lube. From squeaky hinges and dry, flaky elbows to naked games of Twister and doing it, everything is smoother with Igor's Lube. Look for and like Igor's Lube on Facebook. Get some today and get some tomorrow at igorslube.com. That's Igor's Lube at www.igorslube.com. A proud sponsor of The Attack. Anyway, it is time now for a classic episode of Just a Few Questions. It's Mother's Day yesterday, so 1 year ago today was Mother's Day. And I give you the Just a Few Questions I made up for Mother's Day, known as Mom or Wife. And I was trying to get Dee into trouble, and I do believe I succeeded. So without further delay, just a few questions on The Attack.
Just a few questions.
Oh, that's right, everybody. It's time now for that part of the show where I get to make D-Unit uncomfortable. Or whoever happens to be on the receiving side of just a few questions.
You better have some good ones for next week.
Oh, yeah, we'll have some. I have to come up with some good ones.
Yeah.
Maybe even some extra ones.
Yep. We're going to have a lot of guests next week.
So, it's Mother's Day. So, we've had like a Mother's theme going on through the course of the show. So, I'm going to keep that going through just a few questions. Starting off, I'm going to do kind of an easy one here.
Okay.
This is an easy one. What is the very first memory you have of your mom? And also, when were you convinced that she was in charge?
My very first memory of my mom.
Yep.
That's a good question.
Yeah, because I'm sure that would be very.
I remember
difficult.
like there's I don't remember that, but I remember as kids when I was still a baby, my older brother would go to school. My younger brother would a little bit younger than me, but he would go down and take naps, and her and I would watch her soap operas together, because she was a stay-at-home mom at that time. So I remember we would eat, she would make tuna fish.
Yeah.
And we would eat it with Ritz crackers.
Oh, yeah.
And watch her soap operas.
Dude.
Those are my earliest.
Are you sure that we didn't grow up together?
I'm pretty sure.
Tuna fish on Ritz crackers and soap operas.
Yes.
Give me a break. That's exactly.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
Wow.
The time when I knew her, when she was in charge. Yeah. We used to have, like, when we were back, we were three boys, My parents got divorced when I was, pretty young, really young. And, we were three boys. So she had the Board of Corrections. You remember what that was?
The Board of Corrections. Look out.
The paddle.
Yeah,
and
sure.
They had like a little saying on there, and it had two kids bent, and
little pictures.
Well, long story short, I mean, that was probably like a good quarter-inch, probably about a quarter-inch thick piece of wood, but she broke it.
Oh, broke it.
Split it down the center, hitting me in the ass with it.
Wow. You were convinced at that moment.
That pretty much time until I got to be a little bit more in high school and taller than her. Right. Once I got taller than her, I think I kind of tested the bounds of reality a little bit again.
Yeah, so she
still failed.
Right. So
don't get me wrong.
Right.
I still failed.
That's a different question. I said first time, not the second time.
Right. But, yeah, I think it was that time when we were kids, man. We knew.
Good. All right. So question number two.
Question number two
is, What would be the most embarrassing moment for you as a kid? A, your mom dropping you off at school, and as you walk towards your friends, she yells out, "I love you, honey." B, you are playing at Chuck E. Cheese with all your friends for a birthday party. As you all run over for cake, your mom, in front of all your friends, licks a napkin and uses it to wipe pizza sauce off of your cheek. Or C, your mom walking in on you while you are reading the articles in a dirty magazine.
What would be the most embarrassing for me?
Yeah.
What do you think? Because back then I did have a collection. Nowadays I don't have a collection, but back then I had one. You know, you needed one back then.
Awesome.
Never happened. Thank God it hasn't. I can guarantee you the second one has happened. You know, not necessarily at Chuck E. Cheese, but, you know, do the old thumb to the thing. You know, that's happened.
Yeah, it's so nasty.
Dude, I got a couple good embarrassing stories with my mom, man.
Well, give us one. Give us one real quick.
We used to go, remember when Blockbuster was still around?
Yeah.
Okay. We lived in Canton, and on Ford Road in Lilly, there was the Blockbuster, and that there used to be an F&M, you know, the F&M drugstore.
Oh, yeah, I remember those.
Okay. So we're going back, dude. We're going back to, like, late 80s, early 90s here. So this is probably the early 90s. But we would go every Friday. We would go and pick movies for the weekend. You know, my brother could pick one. I could pick one. My mom would always pick two because, you know, she was in charge. And then we would go. There was a Tubby sub shop down there. And we order subs and we take our subs home. Well, I don't exactly remember what song it was, but the store, I mean, there was a couple people sitting down, and then there was, you know, the crew sitting there working there, and we already ordered our subs, and we're sitting there, and my mom is just sitting there just dancing, like straight up almost bar dancing, and she's like bumping my, you know, like trying to get me, and it was so freaking embarrassing, dude. It was so bad.
Nice.
And she just tried to get me to dance with her, and I just like, nope, not gonna do it. I don't even know who this lady is, man. You know, somebody needs to call an adult.
Exactly. Help me. I'm being accosted.
Then I had another time. This will be. I'll shorten this one up real quick. My little brother used to t-ball baseball, or he used to coach. Not coach. Excuse me. He would ump. He would ump Little League baseball. Okay. He would be an umpire. Excuse me. Okay. So we would go. He was younger. He couldn't drive. So my mom would drive him, you know, to work and stuff like that. So we're sitting there, you know, waiting for him, my mom and I, and there's this guy that, you know, brings up this conversation with us, and he goes, "Which one of the kids is your guys's?" So thinking me, high school, you know, I was a senior in high school, I'm married to my mom. That was embarrassing.
Wow.
I'm like, dude, this is my mom.
That's your mom. Then we went back to
one of those awkward moments.
All right, so final question. Final question is the lightning round.
The lightning round.
It's the lightning round, so there's 10 parts. And we've got to hurry up and get through it because we're almost out of here. This lightning round is called Mom or Wife.
Oh, shit.
See, it made you forget all the rules, didn't it?
See? You got me in trouble.
Mom or wife. That's your answer. Is mom or wife.
Okay.
All right. Number one.
All right.
Who makes the best meatloaf?
Oh, dude, right away? Right away.
Who makes the best meatloaf?
Oh, God. I'm going to go with the wife.
You're going to go with the wife?
Yep. My mom's always fallen apart.
Oh, I gotta get some
apart meatloaf.
Again here. I can't have those noises. There we go.
So the wife stays together, and that's the only reason. Not going by taste. I'm going by because it stays together.
So you're saying wife?
Wife.
All right.
Go.
All right. So number two, who keeps a cleaner house?
Oh, man.
Shoot.
I stopped. You know what? I'm just going to say this just because my mom doesn't have dogs and my stepdad is very
You got less than 2 minutes.
Mom
does.
Yep.
Number three, who would be the first person to use plastic furniture covers?
Mom.
Number 4, who makes the best spaghetti?
Mom.
Who is currently in charge of kissing your boo-boos?
The wife.
Who bought you underwear for Christmas 20 years ago?
Mom. Every year.
Who bought you underwear for Christmas most recently?
Wife.
Who takes better care of you when you're sick?
Present day or ever?
Ever.
Gotta go with Mom on that. I'd be wrong.
Okay.
My wife would probably kick me in the nannies if I didn't say her.
Who bakes the best cookies? And you can't say drug dealers.
Grandma.
Grandma? Grandma, I'll accept Grandma because it's
Mother's Day. Grandma made the best cookies, hands down.
And finally, who do you want to say Happy Mother's Day to?
My mom.
Oh, your mom.
All right, we are out of here for this week's attack of the Monday Morning Mancast from Outer Space. I leave you with a little tune I wrote many, many years ago. Seems appropriate to leave it with us today. This is for my mom. It's called Uncaged Angel, and I'm out of here.
This is flight number 914 from Earth to our planet. We will be taking off in 3 minutes.
Mr. Chambers,